Hello, sorry, message popped up on my computer, but it looks like we're running fine. So kind of scared me there for a second. I thought, oh no, not issues. We just came out of a thunderstorm. It was very quick. Came in, watered all the lawn. Yes. And now it's clear. So no computer problems. Internet's up and running. I have backup just in case. I think we're great. How's everyone feeling today? Lots going on in this and everything. Today's energy was a bit off. I've had a headache all day, and I realize why, but maybe it's the weather change. I haven't had a headache in a long time, so it just kind of hit me big time. And I said, "Oh, may it lighten up before the call," and it's lit up, which is nice. I'm just gonna make sure my sound's on okay and everything's good. Okay, there's a few things I was gonna talk about today. Oh, okay. So you'll notice right now we're doing 3 calls per month, and we're going to continue doing that. I am changing a lot of things in my life and how things are running. The free calls will stay definitely because I enjoy them as much as I know some of you do. I get a lot of nice messages from it, and I know I'm getting a lot of downloads lately. And one of the reoccurring themes that keep coming up is that we're all in this together, which I know. We are being guided through this process through Mother Earth, which we know. As we heal, we actually, like, some people say, I'm not going to heal me, I'm going to work on healing Earth instead. But it's not going to work. We heal ourselves, we become psychologically balanced. We're letting go of the darkness within us, the duality, bringing in the light, increasing our light quotient. That in turn heals the earth. But when we're doing something like this, where we're all going to benefit from this loving energy, this God source energy, which is so potent nowadays, it almost brings tears to my eyes in the love that I feel. I have this unwavering peace within me. And it almost seems unfair because I have this peace. I'm now more in the now than ever before. I'm going through some upgrades. I can feel it. It's a little exhausting actually. So I do look a little bit tired. People will say you look very exhausted. It's because when I'm sleeping, I'm not sleeping. There's tons of work being done and I get a little unsettled. But what's happening is it's like I just have this knowing we're all going to be fine. Everything's great. It's happening for a reason, which I've always known. We're in the midst of it. So it's uncomfortable. And I'm seeing so much going on. And it's almost like, yeah, this was expected. This is something that humanity signed up for. And the beauty of it is humanity could have ended in 2012, actually with many possibilities, and we didn't. And now we're in this cleansing and moving through what we're moving through. And I gonna throw out there where we're headed, and it's gonna sound like science fiction to some of you, and you don't have to understand it or believe it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Imagine a world where the sickness is no more, where competition is no more, where whatever you think it's going to be positive just manifests. Things like that. It's going to be where Earth once was. So once Earth was in a 5D state, and where humanity at that time could think of something and materialize it. And for some reason, they decided they wanted more and moved to a 3D world where we kind of separated and really, you know, um, became what we've become. And now we're shifting out of it and going back to 5D. But it's when we say 5D, it's just lighter. Like it just we're gonna hold more light. We'll manifest quicker. Worry, all that stuff. Like right lately, some days I look at myself and I'm like, oh my God, I look so tired, I look so drained. But our 3D bodies are taking a toll during this. It's hard for our 3D bodies because we're being upgraded, and in the upgrade, see, we can vibrationally move up quick because our soul can do that easily, but it's our 3D body that has to go through these shifts. So we can look in the mirror and just look absolutely exhausted. I'm like, well, how am I exhausted? I slept decent. But just be kind to yourself. I think um the biggest sense of, information I can send out is you don't have to understand exactly what's going on. You don't have, if you want to, my goodness, I should have a call for those who are really interested because I have so much information I would love to share. But I always get told it's not needed to know the ins and out. If someone's interested, they'll ask. So I get that. So these calls are really to keep it general, hold the light, let's all get a healing and feel great. And know that your transition, your lives at this point, just be patient with yourself, be tolerant, because the human body, the human lives, the humanity and as a whole are going through great changes, really big changes, and it's accelerating. And some of you might notice that you think about something, it's happening faster than ever before. Do you notice that time's going by quicker than ever before? Like, how is it already 9 p.m.? Or how is it already Tuesday when it was just Saturday? Anyone notice that? It's Everything's accelerating. We're in the time of acceleration. So I wanted to give a few examples of how 3D life is going to change from the 5D. So I was on a call with, I'm going to say, a group of healers from around the world. And you're getting all different perspectives of things, which is beautiful. So I just usually sit quietly and listen and kind of put in my 2 cents. But this call was really interesting. Somebody was sharing something, and it's something that I used to teach clients, something that I have on a YouTube video. And it's there is a method that's now based on it. Site K, I think it is. That's what it's called. But really, the information I learned it from was from Donna Eden, who actually created this back in, say, I think the 1980s. Don't quote me on it. But there's one of the exercises, and for those of you who've ever been to a personal session or watched a video, it kind of has to do with balancing an energy field. So when I wake up in the morning, I do 3 exercises, especially when if I'm feeling a little anxious. One is the balancing the up and down energy, the front and back, and left to right. So one of those exercises has become, it's one of my favorites actually. I feel a rebalancing. It has to do with the 4 lobes of the hemisphere, where if you're off balance, what happens is it's like you're driving a car with a flat tire. So when I feel off, or if I'm saying things backwards, or things are just jiving with me, I'll usually reset with these 3 exercises. And I've done this one before where you take your right hand, you put it on your chest, and you do circles towards the left shoulder, and you breathe in, and you say an affirmation, right? And you can simply just say, I love myself. There's that one. There's another one where you're standing up and you're doing this cross crawl. That's another one. The other one is where you're doing this, like, kind of this crossing over and breathing a certain way. And that one resets the balance of energy in the hemispheres of the brain. So you can really think clearly, and you can really focus and let things go that are bothering you. So let's say if I'm anxious about something, you do that, you just rebalance. So those 3 exercises are really powerful. Now, EFT is also very powerful. So anyway, I always try to give tips and tricks so people can feel balanced in any time. They don't have to go to someone. So during this conversation, they were talking about this, and apparently this person was showing it, but she loves to share, which is beautiful, as I love to share as well. Now, is and it kind of in the conversation, and it was a group conversation, so who said what I don't remember exactly, but in essence what it came down to is the elites don't want us to share this, so please keep this between our group, what I'm sharing right now. That's, and I say, what are you talking about? That information's already out there. That's from Donna Eden, and Donna Eden always says, if you want to share this information, please do, because it will help humanity. I go, I've shared it on my YouTube. I share it to all my clients that come in. I shared it in corporate. It's stuff that everybody on earth should know, can incorporate easily, and very well benefit. And then the topic went on to, well, the elites know how powerful it is and they really want to keep it to themselves. And I said, this is a prime example of 3D mentality. So keep it for yourselves. You benefit, but don't tell anyone. See, it's that whole, if I have something, I'm just going to hang on to it and not share it. Well, that's the 3D mentality that we're shifting out of. But unfortunately, that mentality weaves very deeply within humanity. And you can see it in, like, this is just an example that I was in. And what I actually said in there, and I don't know if it's going to get back to whoever doesn't want to share it, and I really don't care. I said, I'm actually going to do a call on that actual energetic method, just because I know it's going to, I don't know, upset people that is being shared. I'm going to open up a call one day. We'll just do an added call. It's going to be free of charge. We'll go through the steps of that energy field. We'll probably do all three. We'll do the up, down, the front, back, left, right. I've done it before. It was a paid call, but let's just get it out there and share it with as many people as you know. Share it with your kids. I have actually told my children, if you feel off balance, if you're about to write an exam and you need to think clear, if you're about to study, if you notice you're studying and you can't, do these exercises. It's going to reset your energy field. I teach kids this all the time when they're going to school and studying, because, I didn't have these tools. I, worked my butt off in university, but if I had these tools, it doesn't make things, it just makes you more receptive to learning, right? And receptive to anything. So let's say you have a project due at work. You can either be in alignment and do that project and get it done a lot faster, or you're going to be a little more sluggish, unattentive, unalignment. It's going to take longer. You're going to end up getting more mistakes and more frustration. So it is almost a cheat of life, where if you get in alignment, feel very connected, you can do anything more effectively. So why shouldn't everybody know that? The other big trick out there in this world, and it's not a big trick, I say it all the time, is affirmations. Affirmations in this new age, in this new energy, are the most powerful things. I know back in the day, people say, oh, I say affirmations all the time. They didn't work. They did work, but now they're working so much more so. Saying an affirmation out loud is much more powerful in this new energy than it was before. I used to say, yeah, just say it in your head 10, 20 times a day. Now say it out loud. The reason is it kind of creates a bridge between the mind and your spirit. It's melding it. So you're sending it out to the universe, you're hearing it from your words, and you're telling your body this. So it's kind of melding everything. It's actually going to propel you forward. So if you wake up every morning, say, I'm going to have a benevolent day. Wouldn't it be nice if this, and this happened, or something better? Trust, know, and believe that the universe is here to give you what you want. We are loved beyond measure. We are going back to our birthright. There are some of us who are riding the wave a little easier than others. Now, for those of you on these calls, you might be noticing that you are finding a little more peace when you shouldn't. You're not getting triggered as much as, your counterparts at work. People are asking you, why are you so calm? You're usually more pissed off than usual. It's because you're chipping away, you're doing that work, and this energy is allowing you to do that. So do it. I mean, it's something you can totally do for yourself. These are things you can do every single day. Affirmations are one. If you want a personal affirmation, because I don't know, they just come. I created one for someone today. It just kind of came in. I said, hey, I might be using that on the call. I might just throw it out to everyone because it was so powerful. I'm like, this is amazing. So sometimes if someone's having a certain situation, I'll create an affirmation for them. And if it resonates with them, I always say use it. If it doesn't, don't. Create your own. That's fine. But affirmations using positive affirmation, positive thoughts are moving tenfold. It's going to move you to a higher place. We're shifting where you're going to notice that there are people who are angry, sick, frustrated. It's because this energy that is pushing humanity to heal is working on all of us. If we're open to it and say, okay, I'm going to ride the wave. I don't love it. I don't like the feelings. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. This is very uncomfortable. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. Humanity doesn't like change. It's actually a program. This is how we're programmed to experience life on earth, is not to like change, is to be fearful. It's that fear program that we have, but we can overcome it. So you overcome it by talking yourself through any fear, telling yourself it's going to be okay, saying, oh my gosh, I love myself, I'm safe, I'm okay, and balancing yourself. So there are so many tricks and tips you can do. I don't have enough time to go through them all, but they're there. So I will throw out an invite. I might do it on a Saturday because this way people from other time zones can join, because I know this call's very, very late for a lot of people out there. And if not, if you can't join, I'll just put it on YouTube and it'll be available for all of us to watch. All right. It's going to be a little interactive, or you don't have to talk if you don't want to, but you can ask questions. The other thing is, with everything that's going on, I've been having tremendous amounts of downloads where I'm just like, oh my gosh. So what if you know me or you know my history, I bought this property and I had 1,000 things I wanted to do with the property. Well, what has been really coming down is, okay, Brenda, slow down and really start to focus more so, because I can get easily distracted. I get excited about things because I get so much information. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. I can't do everything. I realize I'm actually hitting the point of exhaustion. And with all the upgrades going on, with everything I want to do, so this is kind of the like this, and I know that email gone out, and someone actually, I had a few people kind of call me and say, hey, did you break up with your partner? No, there was an email that says, I'm letting go of the AMB Healing website. I am no longer going to run individual retreats because the time and energy, the marketing of it is just exhausting. So I'm going back to the basics of So Brilliant. So with So Brilliant, you're still going to get individual sessions. I'm here for you if you want them. I'm not going to advertise as much. You'll find me if you want them. I'm going to keep up with the group healing calls because I love them and I know the earth needs it at this time. That's another download I'm getting, is keep up with these calls, because when you bring a group of people together and you're sending out that God source and we're receiving it, and we're sending out to this beautiful earth and humanity, it is making a huge difference. So I am getting that as a very strong thing to continue. So whether we have 3 people on the call, 27 or 30 or more, we're going to keep doing that. So that's staying. I'm moving into corporate wellness, and I've done it before, and I just have this pull, but it's a lot of work. But I'm working through my website. I'm doing what I can to make it go out, and I'm getting over some of the humps and barriers where I have to start going into LinkedIn, which I'm not a social media girl, but that's fine. I'm getting over my own resistance. So that's kind of like, that's where I'm going to stay. The property's still here. I live here. I love it. And if you ever come for an individual session, you are welcome to use the property. The labyrinth is there. It is beautiful. I've had some very eye-opening downloads in there lately. It's like, wow. And it's so different. I'm going to make a video of how it started with just rocks and how it changed over this year. It looks so different. When I walk through, the grass between is almost as tall as me. It's so beautiful. I feel like I'm in a totally magical place when I'm in the labyrinth. So it's there. So if you just want to come by and have a labyrinth walk, it's there. So just because I'm shutting down the AMB Healing Resort portion doesn't mean that we're closing down the property. It's still available. Now, the AMB Healing Resort, because it has some traction there, I have people coming through. I've given that to my partner, Sim. We're still together, but we're just dividing our stuff because we do things very differently. So as you notice, I sent out that he's doing psychic readings. Beautiful. But more so, what he's gotten downloads about more so lately is he can easily talk to people on the other side. He's giving me messages from cousins and my dad, and it's quite beautiful because I already know they're there. But when you get a direct message, it just warms my heart. So he's getting a download to open up to mediumship, which he's always done, but never has done it like the Western world does it, because he works differently. But he's seeing what I do. He goes, you work with clients, you make them happy, they leave. He goes, nothing's wrong with it. I said, no, I just do it out of the love of my heart. So he's starting to do that. So his website, that website, I'm creating it on my spare times. I have so much spare time. So I'm just going to get him up and running. I'll probably have to do the admin because when he's in that space, it's like using a computer and being 3D and 5D is very confusing sometimes. I can kind of bounce back a bit quicker to 3D than he can. So I'll be helping him out with things like that. But he's going to be opening up for psychic readings, and he's beautiful. I love his energy, but he's so powerful and the things just blow my mind. But he also has this thing where he's had this vision where the property is going to be used for um, grieving retreats for people who are really having a hard time getting over a death of someone. And he has a beautiful way of talking and bringing in messages. So I told him, listen, I'll help you out, but I'm doing this. You go with the pull of your heart, and we'll bounce things off to each other. But I just feel like I've been overextended for too long. So he's going to do his thing. I'm doing mine. We're still kind of connected. We're still together. It's just that I just can't do everything. I'm just getting tapped out. So although the retreats are not happening, if you had a group of people, let's say, and you said, hey, we have 6 people, Brenna, we want to come for the day of the property. We did like some psychic readings, or we want to have a mediumship thing, or we want to have an energy thing. We can make it happen, but we're going to do it on your terms. I'm not going to have a structured thing where I'm going to sell that. It worked, but it didn't work as well. But I just think the universe is going to give me, like, you try all these things and you have things that really open up. That's usually a sign that's the right thing to do. So his is really opening up his way already. My stuff's opening up a different way, totally taking us on a different route, because we came together to do all this other stuff and it just didn't work. But that's just a sign from the universe to take a deep breath, recalibrate, and really see, were we trying to make something work because we want to work together? Probably. So we've got our own downloads, we're doing our own thing, we have our own gifts, and we'll just do that and kind of come together when we can. And that's really it. So I'm not going to be pushing him anymore. I've given him full reins to send out his own emails to his own list. So I'm not going to keep pulling him into mine. So I did send out that one email, and I apologize if people are like, what is she doing selling him? I just want to let you know this is what's happening. We didn't break up. We're still together. If he broke up with me, I would still be a strong woman, but I would be a little sad. No, I'm teasing. He's helped me a lot, and I appreciate him tremendously. But I have this direction in my heart. I know what I'm finally here to do, and I'll just keep doing it. So another thing with all of that, there's a lot of people that contact me saying, Brenda, I'm getting messages that I need to do something. I need to do it now. Sometimes we get these downloads and we feel like that we have to do something right away. Sometimes those downloads are the preparation of something that is going to start up. I'll give you an example. I started So Brilliant about 9 years ago, and it failed tremendously. I put a lot of my own money into it and it sucked. I was working corporate at the time, but I invested a lot and it didn't take off. And I never gave up. I just kind of said, okay, whatever, I'll just let it go. And then it just naturally picked up. The one thing that I believe people do is they get all these downloads or inspirations and they go gung ho like I did, and they invest money and they do all this work and then it doesn't go anywhere. And then they go, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm never doing that again. That's the part where that it didn't work, people just get so upset. They say, I'm not going to do it again. It's not that it's never going to work. It's all about divine timing. Now, if I think about why it didn't work, they were giving me a download of where I would be later. But only I really know how much growth I have had, how many challenges and experience I have had to clear away a lot of my issues to get where I am today. I've worked my butt off on me. And it's been this up and down journey. I'm now on the other side of it. Not to say I don't have any lessons, not to say I don't have upgrades still happening, but I've gone through a lot. And now I can understand why it didn't work then, and then why it didn't work again when I tried, and why it didn't work again when I tried, and then why this happened, and why that happened, and why I had to go through this experience. I have some people saying, oh, Brenda, you've been through so much. I feel so bad for you. I feel bad for me because of all the crap I went through. Those have been a blessing. Without those experiences, I would not be where I am today. I was telling someone, I looked at these videos or these things I wrote in the past and thinking how cute I was. I was, giving people information based on what I thought, which, is so, I'm going to say limited. But here I am talking today. And who knows, my future self might look back at me now and say, oh my gosh, she was so cute, because we're all expanding. There's so much infinite information out there that as we start to remember how I said, like, we're like this, humanity's like this, we're looking out our windows and we don't want to see change, so we're looking at the same window. Meanwhile, the universe is expanding, doing all this stuff, but we're just looking out here. As we start to open up our eyes, we're opening up more and more. Oh my gosh, that's going on. Oh, you read a book, you're like, wow. You read that book again, it's like, wow. You read that book again, it's like, wow. Sometimes I read books. I know it sounds a little sane because I don't watch TV. I only read books. I mean, I probably have one of the boringest lives to some people, but I will read a book 17 times, and every time I read it, it's like, wow, I never read it that time. It's different, or it's expanded, or my knowledge is so that's what we're doing. We're opening up, opening up, opening up. Now, and I'm not even going to say where we're headed with the information we're getting, but I can tell you the information we're going to be getting is huge, huge, but they're going to give it to you at stages you can handle, just like I had to get it in stages that I can handle. I cannot give all the information I have to the average person. A, they won't even hear me. They'll think I'm crazy. And B, they just can't handle it. So they're just going to shut it down, not even hear it. So you're going to get information that you can handle, that's going to open up your way of thinking a little more. Then you're going to hear some more and you're going to expand a little more. That ceiling of humanity where it says you're not good enough, you can't create, is lifting. You are a magnificent being of light. You have the ability to heal your own body. You have an innate system that is listening to everything that you're saying. Talk to your body. Start with that. Start with something that you might be able to understand, where every cell is conscious. Every cell wants to be with you. So if you have some cells that aren't doing things that they're supposed to, talk to them. I wake up every morning and talk to my body and say how much I love it, how I love my hair, how I love my skin, and some days I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so old today. I look so tired. I look whatever. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how did I just say that? My body's going to listen. So I apologize. And then I just tell myself, you look so young. You have a body of a 35-year-old. And I will say that every morning now, because what's happening is reverse aging is possible. Anything that you have that is not going right in your body, it has a possibility to heal. So when I hear about someone who says, oh, I have a knee problem I can't get rid of, usually knee problems are a sign, fear of moving forward. So it's your body talking to you that there's something in your subconscious mind that doesn't want you to move forward. Sometimes lower back pain, that's a financial issue, fear or lack. So, okay, you might not think, you're thinking, no, no, I'm okay. Everything's good. But there's something running in the subconscious mind, which is showing up in our bodies. Our bodies are a great indicator about how we're feeling. I will get a rash easily, or I get very itchy when I have irritation. So if something's irritating me, it could have been something someone said, like, okay, why am I so itchy? It's usually because I'm letting something fester that I shouldn't let fester. So my body speaks to me very quickly. So I usually take a deep breath. I try to understand and I'm letting it go. So let your body speak to you, but know that you are in control of your body. You have an innate system. We don't have to understand it, but it is powerful and it can really start to reverse any damage that's ever been done. Things that, you may have said, oh, but I've had this as a child. And I know I get clients saying, I've had this since I was a child. It can leave. It over time, just be kind to yourself. Every time, our bodies are always reproducing. Cells die, cells come in, cells die. Why not allow those cells to come in and not repeat what they had before? Why not ask your cells to become the best version of themselves? Why not wake up every day and say, I'm a powerful being. I love myself. I love humanity. I'm going to make a difference. Why not get into a high vibration, just send love to everything, get in that state of appreciation. That state of appreciation not only helps you, it helps your family, it helps your friends, it helps humanity. So you wake up and you get excited over life and say, today I'm going to have a really great day. And then I always use the analogy. Whenever I say that, this is my thing, I'll stub my toe as a test. Am I going to let that pain in my toe upset me? Or I might get a comment from someone, I'm not going to please everyone out there. And am I going to let that little thing affect my magnificence and my power to send love to humanity? No way. Because one person in alignment can dissolve the darkness of about 1 million people. So we don't need the whole world to be happy in alignment. We just need a small population to hold the light for those, and the rest will follow if they choose. Everyone has free will, so we can't force them. Although sometimes we want to shake those people, wake up, smell the coffee, but sometimes you just have to listen and send love with your heart, maybe not get pulled into the drama when you're hearing people, either argue on something or doing it's like, oh my goodness. You almost see it like it's a drama, it's on a stage, and you're not going to be pulled into it. You're just going to sit back and watch and send love. So those are that was a lot today. It's already 9:33. Sorry. So let's start with the healing. Just watch out for that call I'm going to put out there. It'll be fun. And now that I know people out there don't want you to know it, I want to make sure everybody knows it. You teach it to your kids and teach it to your friends, and let's get this world in a much better place. And who cares about the people who want to hide everything? Because that's the old mentality. We'll share, we'll be kind, and we'll show love to everyone we meet, because we are all in this together. All right, so the music's going to start. Today we are going to send out such beautiful light. I can feel the intensity of this earth is expanding. It's just wow. And yeah, it can be a little bit I get it. We're in that together. So we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to ask to release our anxieties, our fears, our worries, all that stuff, physically, mentally, emotionally. Psychological balance is key. If we can balance our mind, everything balances. So we want to have balance in all areas of our life. So if there is something that's bubbling up for you, if emotions come up, let them come up, just because they're clearing your field. Everything that leaves today, we're going to ask it to leave the earth plane. What's done with it? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll leave it up to the beings that know. We are going to let it go. We are going to bring in light, raise our vibration, raise our frequency, and allow the healing that needs to be done. So we're all in our own octahedrons of love. But once that energy starts, it's all going to accumulate together. We're going to get what we need. So it's easy to send out love. It's easy. It's the receiving part. So go into that receiving mode where you say, I deserve this healing. I may not understand it, but I'm going to allow this healing to come through and just allow it. And just like a lot of people are saying, they're falling asleep during these calls. That's okay. They're just kind of pushing you out of the way so they can really work on you. If your mind is racing, just try your best to focus on your breath. Yeah, they can still work on you when you're trying to stop it. We're trying to like go in the back end to do what we're doing. It does make it easier when you can relax your mind. I'm not saying it has to be done that way, but do your best just to breathe. Now, if my music bothers you, turn off the music. If you don't like seeing, just close your eyes. There's no right or wrong. Lay down, sit down, have water beside you. I'm just going to drink something. I'm very thirsty. You might be very thirsty for a few days. That's just because the energy is going to keep doing what it needs to do. All right. We are loved beyond measure. We have so much support from the other side, more than we've ever had before. There is so much love here for humanity. And the more we can hold the light, then send it out. I know that when you bless something, we get blessings back, huge blessings. So we're going to then intend this energy for anybody you have special intentions for. They can be across the seas. It doesn't matter. You can bring them in. You don't have to say what their problems are. You can just simply say, hey, I'd like to make sure that so-and-so gets this energy and so-and-so gets this energy. That's good. That's fine. That's all you need to say. They know, these beings of light know what they need. We can't force the energy, like I said, but we can make it available. Then we're going to send it out to Mother Earth, into every place on this earth, the darkest places to the lightest places. It doesn't matter. We're sending out the light, because all the light does is makes itself available and it dissolves the darkness. And it continues to work. It's almost like you can see the light around this, and there's so many people doing this, either individually, in groups. So it's like their light's attaching to our light. We're all in this together. So it's a very beautiful thing. I now have started to send out love and light to the beings of light that are helping us. And I think that's new. I don't think we've ever, I think that's just started recently, where I never really thought of it that way, but we have all this support. Well, who's supporting them? So just send it back. It's all tenfold, right? Just love everywhere. Love, 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 love. Love is the most powerful energy on this planet. If you hold love, you hold the key to the ascension process. You're coming back to unity. I know, take a deep breath. We all signed up for this. Sometimes I always say, how, why, I'll never do this again. But, we're here, and it's a blessed time to be here. So let's get on with this, and enough talking. If you have any questions later on, you can always email or text me. I always like having little chats with people and things like that. Okay. If anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat box. I'll take a quick look before we start. I'll get the music. Try to balance it as much as possible. I've read a little bit rusty because I haven't done this in like 2 weeks. So let me get this going. Share screen, we're going to share screen and computer audio. Well, the intent here, I may not talk, I may not go with the flow. The intent is that you can hear my voice out. Struggling to hear it because I know it can be annoying, but you can also hear the music if I decide to be quiet. So if someone can give me a thumbs up and say it's got a decent balance, we're good. And if music has to go up or down, let me know. And I'm just gonna drink some water in the meantime. Okay, I haven't got anyone responding, so I'm assuming it's okay. Maybe that's just meaning it's not bad. Or you can't hear me. I don't know. Can't hear your voice. Thank you. All right, that's all I needed to know. All right, I'm going to slightly reduce the music. It's coming from the computer, so I don't even hear the music, to be quite honest. Is that a better balance? All right. I'm thinking, yeah. Okay, I got a heart and thinking yes. Okay, so yes. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I know when I get into this, I start to slowly decrease my voice, which isn't good. I'm very hot right now, so I'm just gonna take that off and let's begin. All right, everyone. A little lower, please. Okay. You know what? I'll put it even a little lower. All right. The music does shift. Here's a bit lower. I'm going to raise my voice a little bit. I think we're good. Good? All right, everyone. Don't worry, the energy is already flowing. That's why I'm overheating. So here we go. We want to allow a deep breath. Now, when you're allowing a deep breath, you're allowing that God source energy to come into your body, to every cell of your body. So if you have any area in your body that you're feeling tension, breathe into that area. Just breathe in. When you're exhaling, and I'm going to let you do it at your own pace, exhale. So you're just letting out that resistance, letting it out, letting it out. A lot of us are feeling anxiety. I can feel it. Just breathe in and breathe out. People might be worried about their bodies not functioning as well. Something that's going on. They may have heard some news. Just breathe into that body. You know, if they said this is wrong, breathe into that. Allow that light to just illuminate that area. And know, trust, and believe that all healing is possible. You might be going through an argument or some drama at work or with family. Just as you're thinking of those situations, breathe in. Breathe in the light to those situations and just let them go. Know, trust, and believe you're being taken care of. These beings of light know exactly what to work on, so you don't have to list it. You don't have to worry about it. But when they start working on you, and they're already working on you, you might start to feel emotional, some anxiety. That's normal because they're starting to pull away. Trying to pull away negative entanglements, the sadness, the thought patterns. That's all they are. It's just blockages and energetic patterns. And they're going to start pulling them out based on what is safe to release from you. Every healing that takes place is always being run by your higher self. So that's why they're always beneficial, because you're going to release so much. But whatever you're releasing in this layer has been created by your higher self to allow for the best and safest healing for you today. Now, some of you might start feeling a little bit of tingling sensation, some heat. The energy is very strong today. Just breathe in, allowing a deep breath, and just knowing your love beyond measure. And whatever healing is being done right now is for your highest good. And as you start to feel this energy or become very relaxed, you might start to drift off. You're no longer hearing my voice or the music, and that is okay. The healing continues whether you go into a meditative state, a sleep, or you stay awake. We're all very different on how we heal. You're just allowing these beings of light to know who you are, that love you, know exactly what you need. They know exactly where you are on your life journey, your soul mission. And they're working on you at this time with love. If you have some emotions or memories coming up, they're just being released. Allow them. Say, I don't need them anymore. I'm ready to heal. I deserve to heal. I'm allowing this healing. With every healing, there's always a balancing of your chakras, a cleansing. The meridian systems are being kind of like, if they were tangled up, they're being nice and smooth out. So all the energy, we're very complex beings. Our energetic systems are very complicated. We're bringing a nice balance. We're getting back to a better polarity in our organs, and we're asking for a purification, a healing, right down to the molecular levels of our cells. Whatever the cells no longer need, they're being removed, they're being replaced with love. And the process just is so simple for us. We just get to relax and bathe in the love. You don't need to understand it, just allow it. We have this beautiful essence of love weaving through our essence. And as it's weaving through, some of us might feel heat and then cool and heat and cool, and that's okay. So allow the love to just flow through and do what it needs to do. As we continue to be worked on, we now can make any special intentions, if we haven't already, to anyone we want this energy to flow to and be made available to. It can be a friend, family, your pets. We're also going to ask this beautiful, loving, intelligent energy to be available to our homes, anyone in the home, our pets, and we're asking for a cleansing of our home to get rid of any negative energies, any sadness, anxiety, arguments, whatever's there. We're just asking for a nice cleansing of the home. From every room, every wall, every piece of furniture, replacing it with God's love and light so the house feels lighter. It brings more calmness. You almost feel like the house is light. People sleep better. Relationships are better in the home. If you have any pets in the house right now, they're getting sleepy and just enjoying the energies they feel it so easily. Of course, we can't force anyone to take it, but we can definitely make it available. And the beautiful energy continues to work on each and every one of us, our homes, our special intentions, our pets, and our family. Now we're sending out an intention. Although this healing continues, we are now going to add the next layer of sending this beautiful, powerful, intelligent, loving energy to Mother Earth, all of humanity, to our water systems, our forests, the air, asking for the air to be purified, for the animals of our planet to feel calmness, for all humans on this planet to open up their hearts and feel the love of God. May everyone who's ready to receive this love receive it. Again, we can't force it, but we can definitely send it out. You can almost see this beautiful energy just circling Mother Earth, weaving through to the dolphins and the whales and all the marine life, to all the creatures in the lakes and the streams, to the plants and the forests, to the birds and the animals, to the lightest places on earth, to the darkest places on earth. This energy can go everywhere, just dissolving away any dense energy and replacing it with God's love and light. There's this huge intensity as it's just the love and compassion and peace that this is bringing is like this wave of relief. There are so many souls that are benefiting. I'll never know who from, and that doesn't matter because we're all in this together. As we heal, Mother Earth heals. As Mother Earth heals, we heal. We're all in this together. Allowing deep breaths to bring in that energy into every cell of your body. Allowing your healing to the maximum capacity that you can handle today. And as this beautiful healing is taking place on us, our family, Mother Earth, and all of humanity, we are now sending out an intention that it goes out even further to all the beings of light that are helping us, to the universe and beyond, to things we don't understand. We are that powerful that we can do this. There is no limit to the power of love. that state of allowance, allowing whatever needs to be done at this time. If any emotions coming up, just let them go. So intense, feel the need to have some tears, let it go. Just let that resistance out. It'll be replaced by love, bringing calmness and peace to your being. Each of us is being wrapped up in this beautiful golden light. It's bringing such peace and healing, safety, relaxation, clarity, and confidence. The love that's coming through can feel so overwhelming, like a big giant hug from these beings of light that love us so much. You are magnificent. You are loved. You matter. You deserve. You're intelligent. Every cell of your body is being illuminated with the love of God, getting exactly what you need this time. And even when this meditation healing session ends, the love that has been sent out to Mother Earth and the universe continues to flow. Just because we're not doing it and we're not in it anymore does not mean it stops. This is intelligent energy. It knows exactly once we start it and let it go. with our own healings. Beautiful energy has now been infused. Working on you for the next few days. So I want you to drink lots of water, flushing out those toxins, allowing your body to be the best version possible. You're talking to your innate system. We all have it. So smart and so intelligent. We're giving it permission to do whatever it needs to do to bring us that peak performance. Every day we're feeling better and better. Better emotion, physically, mentally, more clarity, more inspiration. Being put into our own bubbles of protection, but these bubbles are different now. They are almost like this beautiful light that is going to emanate out of you all the time. So it's no longer being in defense, is now sending out the light. You're a beautiful beacon of light. Everywhere you go, you will hold this light for those who come in contact with you. You may not understand what you're doing, but you are sending love to everyone you meet, everything you meet. You're such a powerful being. Life is full of ease and flow. There is a peace within you that's stronger than ever before. Asking Mother Earth to bring beautiful energy up through our feet, our ankles, our legs, our hips, into our body cavity, into our heart. There's such healing power coming from Mother Earth and the heavens. Love beyond measure. I'm going to hold this peace, this healing, anchor it. Feel that peace you have right now. You may want to tap it into a part of your body, remembering how peaceful you feel. And whenever you tap that same area, it can be any tapping that you want, you're going to remember this feeling. An instant peace is going to come over you anytime you need it. All you need to do is ask. It's always there, loving you. Taking a deep breath to anchor in that love. If you wish, you can just hang up the call, stay in that energy, and allow them to work on you all night. Slowly bring down the music and bring out that simple love. I'm still kind of flying high here, so I'm going to come back. I'm slowly coming back. Very intense and beautiful. Okay, we're just slowly bringing down the music. There we go. We're coming back. For those of you who want to stay in that, just feel free to hang up. You're more than welcome. I'm going to pull out the bowl. That was extremely powerful. I'm still buzzing from that one. I'm just going to drink some water and I'll bring out the bowl. Your only homework today is drink lots of water, as that was very intense. Give me 1 second here. Here we go. So I'm going to bring out the bowl. Whew. Yeah, very powerful. I felt that one too. I'm like in the oven right now. I'm in the basement. It's not usually that hot. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm going to get this so I can play this. Okay, here I go. Just breathing through. This is just using energy, sound healing, vibration to clear out whatever is needed to kind of move it along. So if you're dizzy, this will bring you back, kind of help you center a bit and ground. Even if it doesn't sound great, it's doing exactly what it needs to do. I'm going to do one more time. Beautiful. All right, everyone. That was quite the doozy. Hopefully, you're coming back. If you're still on the call, you're not as dizzy. If you are dizzy, that's because we were taken pretty far up. Just stomp your feet, wiggle your fingers, come back into your body, drink water. That's helpful. They're going to keep working on you tonight. So, usually I set an intention. Yeah, the bowl does bring me back too. I usually set an intention when I go to bed. Hey, do whatever you want. Just leave me out of the picture. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm on a wild dream, clearing out my subconscious mind, or it feels like I'm on a teaching lesson, being taught something somewhere. Just be with it. And we all have our own ways of healing. Some of us are up burping all night. And I know a few people that complain about that. But that's just a way of healing, letting go stuff and bringing in light. So just be kind to yourself in any way that you heal. Know that you are deserving of the healing. Know that you are loved. Use those affirmations. And when I sent out that email for that cool call, join, because the more of you know these tips that are supposed to be hidden, the beautiful it is, and you can teach it to everyone you know. Someone says don't do it, I love doing the opposite. Let's do it. All right, everyone, have a beautiful night, sleep well, and we will see you. I believe there's another one next week, so we had a bit of a break and we'll be back at it, and we'll throw in a that extra one. I'll figure out a time and we'll get that done too. If you miss it, it'll be on YouTube, so not to worry. All right, everyone. Sweet dreams. Thank you for all the beautiful comments. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to go outside and look at the stars. I think that's cleared up, because that's my favorite thing to do after a call such as this. I'm going to sleep well, hopefully. All right, everyone. Good night. Thank you, and thank you. Good night.